Hey guys, how's it going? Toby here and welcome to episode 9 of Around the World in 14 Days. Now yesterday we didn't do all that great, we managed to have a bit of trouble with Korea and we lost a fair few games, but eventually we did win our 3 games, and if you did miss it I will pop an annotation on the screen for you guys so you can catch up. So let's get on with this episode. This one will be Netherlands first, then New Zealand and then Northern Ireland. So, hopefully we can do quite well. Now, in terms of team management for Netherlands, I have changed Klaas-Jan Huntelaar to be our right striker because he's an absolutely superb player. In terms of formation, I've gone with 4-1-2-1-2, mainly because one of you guys has challenged me to not use 4-3-1-2, which is my favourite formation at the moment. It's one that I feel most comfortable with. So, for this episode, I've been banned from that formation. So I'm going to go with 4-1-2-1-2 and see how I can do with that. Now, because obviously I'm playing as a 5-star team, I'm expecting to come up against the usual Barcelona and Real Madrid. Hopefully I won't have too much trouble, but I always do find it difficult to play against these teams. But, less rambling and more playing FIFA, so let's play a game. So basically guys, every single game that I've played today, even some that I, to be fair, was losing, I've actually been disconnected from. I was winning 2 of them, but, you know, it's not really going to count because it was like the 20th minute, so I'm not counting it. So, we got disconnected 4 times, 5 times even. Actually, I think one of those I did genuinely lose. And then the rest I got disconnected, which is an absolute pain. Which means we've actually been relegated back down to Division 5, which it isn't really my fault, but never mind, I'm going to carry on and I'm going to keep trying to actually finish a game. Because I've lost 1 game with Netherlands, but the other 4 I've just completely disconnected from, and FIFA has decided to give me a loss for it. So let's carry on and hopefully I can do okay. So our first opponent is this guy who's playing as Bayern Munich, and I was like, oh great, so he's got Robin as well and he's got Ribery. I'm probably going to get destroyed. But we do some nice passes here, get it to Van Persie, down to Affalay. Then we go back to Van Persie, who's going to smack it, and it goes off the post into the back of the net. 2nd minute goal. That is absolutely superb. Last episode we had a game like this where we just got off to an absolutely cracking start. It's great to see we've got another one, and Van Persie goes through again. He's got some fairly decent pace on him and he's so strong, and he just curls it into the back of the net. 25th minute, we are 2-0 up. This is how we want to play our games. You know, this is some good play by myself. Pretty pleased with this. And then Affalay runs forward, knocks it off to Van Persie, who's got some incredible strength, and he just tucks it underneath the goalkeeper in the 30th minute. So now we are 3-0 up, and you know what guys, we're going to carry on going. It's the second half now, but Van Persie's going to knock in another one for his 4th goal. That is the 55th minute, and Affalay tries a little ninja kick there, but misses it, well, gets saved even. But he does score the header in the 73rd minute, which is absolutely brilliant. Surely we can't screw this one up now guys, we're doing so well. But it's 5-0 and Van Persie goes on another run again and he's away, but he kind of screws up the shot while it gets tackled off him. But for some reason he decided to do this, and when this happens I'm going to be really cheeky and do a fancy flick. Because I kind of felt like it. I don't know, if he's going to do that I'm going to punish him I guess. So the game finishes 6-0, which is absolutely superb for our first match. And if you notice there, you can see the amount of losses I've had. Like I said before, I had so many disconnects, so that's why I've got so many losses. So, let's try it again with New Zealand. So, after an absolute load of trouble with the servers, and it just kicking me out of games and giving me the loss for it, we finally win. We finally finish a game with Netherlands, but we win as well, which is great. 6-0, I played very well and got the goals, which was superb. And I was just so happy to actually finish a game because it was just kicking me out every single time. And then obviously giving me the loss for it, which is a massive shame because now we're not in Division 4. But hopefully we can get back there. So I'm going with New Zealand as our next team. And I have changed a few things. I've changed our striker and our left wing. And I've also changed our right centre mid. I'm playing in 4-3-3 because I'm still banned from playing 4-3-1-2. Maybe he'll let me play that formation again next episode because I do like that formation and it helps me win, I think. But we're going to carry on. We're going to play with New Zealand. Hopefully we can get a win with this team. Hopefully. I haven't got high hopes. I've never played with this team and it looks very difficult. But let's hope we can win a game. Let's go. So we come up against this guy who's playing as Krakow, I think it is, but we whip it into the box. Unfortunately it gets cleared, but it falls perfectly back to my player. I try and have a little shot here, but I do get tackled. And I get the ball back here, pass it down to Smelts, and Smelts is going to whack it straight into the back of the net. 11th minute goal, we are 1-0 up. These are the sort of starts we want to be making. It's absolutely superb. But, unfortunately, it's the 75th minute. I don't know if he meant to do that little flick round, but he does, and he slots it underneath my keeper in the 76th minute, which is a bit gutting because that's basically his first proper attempt on goal, so I was very determined to bring this back, and that's exactly what I do. In the 81st minute, we managed to hold him off for the rest of the game to make it 2-1 at the finishing result. Absolutely brilliant, because I was proper gutted because he really didn't have any real attempt on goal until that first goal, which is a bit of a shame, but we get the win, we managed to hold him off. Now, let's play with Northern Ireland. So we managed to win our first game with New Zealand, which is absolutely brilliant. 2-1 was the result. So that means we can progress to Northern Ireland. Now I have changed the team a little bit. Instead of having Brunt up front, I've got Patterson and Ward as our strikers and then Brunt as our left attacking mid. And that is all I have changed. The formation that I'm going with is 4-2-2-2. And I've never actually played with that formation, so this should be quite interesting. Right, let's find a game. Let's do this. Final game, hopefully. So we managed to win our first game with New Zealand, which is absolutely brilliant. 2-1 was the result. So that means we can... Now this game kicked me out, which is a bit of a shame because I was 3-2 up, so let's try again. So we come up against this guy who's playing as Spartak Moscow, and he goes ahead here, whips the ball in with Wellington, and he's going to knock it in with his head. 27th minute. Bit of a shame here, guys. We're going to have to make a bit of a comeback, which is a bit gutting. But never mind. So it's the 34th minute, and Brunt is going to go on a bit of a run here down the wings, and he doesn't see much chance of him getting the ball into the box. So he goes round, dribbled past him. I don't know what happened to his player there. He just fell over, and he slots it into the back of the net in the 37th minute. So we have equalised, and that is absolutely superb. But he goes on a little run here, knocks the ball back to Dazoo, and then Ari finishes it off with the rebound goal in the 45th minute. Massive shame there, but never mind. Go on another run with Brunt again, and Brunt is just an absolutely superb player at dribbling around. I don't know if it was just his defending, but I was just able to walk straight past him. 82nd minute, so we do manage to equalise, but that is unfortunately all we can do. So it's 2-2, let's try again. So our next game with Northern Ireland is against this guy whose team name I cannot pronounce, so I'm just going to call him A Makalaka and hope for the best. But we get a penalty here, which I think is fair enough. He completely fouled me. So Niall McGinn steps up to the plate. Can he do it? You know exactly where I'm going to go, and I do. Straight down the left hand side, 38th minute. We're 1-0 up. And you know what, guys? That's actually all that happened. I'm not even kidding. I'll show you they're the half-time stats. I had 9 shots, he had none. Literally not a shot, and that is how it ended. I forgot to record the full-time stats, but he didn't have a shot all game. Literally nothing. Which is crazy, because he had Samuel Eto'o up front. How can you not take a shot with that lad? He's absolutely amazing. But we get a win of 1-0, probably the most boring game of FIFA I have ever played in my entire life. But it is a win, and that means we have won a game, finally, with all 3 teams. Really sorry this is a bit late, guys, but I had so much trouble today getting the gameplay just because the EA servers just kept failing, and then it kept kicking me out, and I kept being given losses, as you saw quite a few times in this episode. I was just given so many losses. But I hope you did enjoy the episode, guys. I did, once I'd eventually sorted out my internet connection and once EA had finally sorted out their end of the problem. But I'm not sure how well I'm going to do in this challenge. I've really struggled the past couple of days to get footage and enough time to actually make these, because they do take genuinely all day. But I'm going to try and keep to the deadline. I don't know how I'll do, but hopefully I will speak to you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and goodbye. So that was episode 9 of Around the World in 14 Days. Now, the left-hand side has got some latest videos for you. The top one is the previous episode of this series, and the bottom left one is the next episode in this series. Now, on the right-hand side, we've got my Twitter account. I do update that quite regularly, so drop us a follow to see what's happening lately. And then the bottom right link is just a page where you can subscribe to this channel, and then you can see all the latest videos that I've done. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.